surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
Hello everybody, this is the Mad Salvi, your favorite squirrel here, talking to you, and of course, well, hoping that you have a wonderful day today so far. I was going to make other videos on other things, but something popped up that I wanted to talk to you about. A large VTuber organization is going to stop their operations at the end of this month, and which is Prism Project, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown of what I think and my take on the whole thing. It may be one-sided, but it is my opinion, and I hope you enjoy it. This one was a complete and utter shock to me, and thank you for those who were messaging me about this in order for me to talk about it. I want to give you my take on this because this is actually pretty big news. Prism Project, or Sony's Prism Project, it was a big thing done by Sony for VTubing, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan, say they are going to be ceasing operations on March 31st, 2024. Sony Music Entertainment Japan, Inc. today announced its virtual talent management project, Prism Project, will cease operations as of March 31st, 2024. All 18 current managed talents will become independent performers from April 1st, 2024. So they're not graduating them. This is insane for a large company like them to be like, we're not going to graduate you, but instead we're going to let you have your own independence. You are going to continue on the path that we started you on, and we can no longer manage you, so we're going to let you continue on. Of course, there are contract negotiations. There are a bunch of negotiations that go through this, and you have to, at least give credit for Sony. They're doing way better than even Nijisanji is doing recently, because Nijisanji would never do this. I'm not even sure Cover would do this, but Sony's doing this. Under their current talent names and personas, and will be transferred the rights to their character images to permit a seamless transition to independent talent activities utilizing their current YouTube and other social media platforms. Everything is going to be transferred to them. Every single little thing. Hallelujah, I've never seen this happen. This is like a miracle. What the heck is going on? Am I dreaming? I feel like I'm dreaming. Prism Project fans should tune in to each of their talents, streams, and or social media in early March for more information about each talent's individual plans for their activities after March 31st. Events and releases that are currently scheduled for the month of March will continue as scheduled, and merchandise orders placed by March 31st deadline will be fulfilled even after the conclusion of Prism Project operations. So as long as you order something by the 31st, you are going to get it no matter what. They give you that promise. It's a good promise. It's responsible. Whether they're in Japan or in the US, it is very responsible to do that. 100% love this so far. Prism Project's official YouTube and X, formerly Twitter, official accounts will remain as an archive, which is also great. And fan mail received by March 31st will be delivered to the talents as normal, even if they're no longer being managed by them. Prism Project asks that its fans continue to support the talents' events and activities through their final streams in March. That is, Jesus, if only a place like nijisanji would take PR advice from these people. Holy crap, they're doing really good in PR, in my opinion. Again, a lot of things probably were mentioned behind the scenes. A lot of negotiations had to have happened behind the scenes. And since Sony's getting out of the VTubing game, which they had this Prism Project for a while, since they're getting out of it, they probably don't want any bad blood, and that's why they are doing this. It also helps make sure that talents don't say anything negative about you when you give them something great like this. It's amazing. Like, let's say you grew to 18K or 20K subscribers and you have like 2K viewers or whatever, you're going to be able to continue because you have everything that they themselves with their PR and their money helped you build up. I don't know how this was done underneath, behind the scenes, but this is something that I've never seen before, personally, from a big organization. Smaller VTuber agencies have done this, where people have gone independent from their organization, and they're just independents now. But huge organizations like Prism Project was big. I've never seen that. Prism Project also asked that fans refrain from making inquiries into talents directly, and to direct any business-related questions to the announcements on contact at prismproject.jp. Prism Project, originally founded by Another Ball Inc., was transitioned to management and operation by Sony Music Entertainment Japan on May 2022. In nearly 2 years since the transition, Prism Project saw its reach and exposure increase dramatically, with appearances at major anime conventions and events both within Japan and around the world, multiple original music videos and releases, and a major music label debut. The addition of formerly independent talents as their original character IPs and other significant accomplishments which saw Prism extend far beyond its original scope. Comments from Shogun Prism Project's producer. Since the transition to Sony Music, Prism Project's talents created nearly 2 years of engaging, pioneering content, and we are extremely proud of the contributions that each Prism talent has made to the virtual talent space. Our opportunity to bring Prism's talents content to a much larger audience, both virtually and physically, to achieve a long list of firsts for Prism as a staff and talent team, and to have had the chance to continue to pursue our mission of helping each and every one of our viewers find something they love and feel happiness every single day was an honor and a privilege. After careful consideration and discussion between management and talents regarding each talent's goals as virtual performers, and with an eye towards industry trends and the considerable staff resources required not only to sustain but in further growth of the brand, together, we have made the incredibly difficult decision to cease talent management operations and make it possible for each talent to continue their talent activities under their current talent names and with their current character IPs. I recognize that this will be a heart-wrenching and surprising announcement for our fans, but I want you all to know that Prism Project is eternally grateful for the long-term, passionate support of its fan base, and we hope the fans will continue to support each talent as they take the next step in their talent activities. Once again, this is from a big talent agency as Prism Project was managed by Sony Music Entertainment. It is insane for them to be like, we are letting you have your character IP. That is something that Cover doesn't do. It is something that another big Japanese agency like Any Color doesn't do. Smaller agencies don't do it, especially if they paid for the things that were going on. Even if they didn't, once you transfer their IP to a company, the company will vehemently, strongly protect that IP. And a lot of times prevent you from doing anything related to that IP. That is unfortunate for the people who haven't had that opportunity, but I'm really happy to hear that from Prism Project. As an independent VTuber, I hold my IP very in high regard, and I try to take care of it as much as I can. And of course, if I ever go to an agency, it will be, getting another IP and making sure that this one is protected. But to hear that from a Japanese company, since we've been hearing a lot of bad things from Nijisanji regarding a Japanese company, it's very, very good. And to mention, it was most likely shut down because it was no longer feasible for Sony Music Entertainment to do this, as in like money-wise and anything else like that. It's just harsh decisions have to be made a lot of times in regards to we are losing too much money with this, or we're not making the profits that we expected. That type of thing. It's a company thing. And that was everything regarding to what we know as of now with the Prism Project. Like I mentioned, it may have just been a money thing. A lot of times with these large organizations, it's a money thing. And of course, do not go harass anybody if you're like sad that that's going to be stopping. Do not put any negativity out there. I want it to just be positive. And this is actually a positive outcome for the talents, as I mentioned before. Of course, comment down below if you would like to, have a conversation with me. I love talking to each and every one of you guys. I love hearing what you have to say. Constructive criticism, anything, it's always welcome. And my things are down below. My socials are down below. We have a lovely Discord server that I would love for you to join if you get the chance to. It's a nice, chill server that I personally know that there are a lot of great people in there. Finally, there's a video on your screen, or should be popping up on your screen soon, about, things that have been going on lately, and you might be interested in that. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Hydrate. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.